Hey there everyone, and welcome back to Better Than Wolves. I'm just recording this as a quick introduction before my friends arrive. As you can see, Steve is here already. So, there have been a lot of changes when I wasn't online. This is the one peril of building a base as a group. So, first things first. Let's see. We have a lot more resources underground here. We had a serendipitous respawn. Lars respawned way off in the distance, and we gave him the wrong directions to get home. We transposed northeast, northwest, and southeast. So he traveled southeast, which was taking him further away. And he found a village that was actually alive. And at that point realized, gee, I think we went in the wrong direction. So he turned around and went back in the other direction and brought back wheat seeds, which was an absolutely incredible find, and I really wish that was on video, but I wasn't there. So, not much I can do about that. We've had a lot of work going on to get things ready for today's episode. The boxes are all there for the tutorial, which will start in just a few minutes. We have chickens coming out our ears. We have down here, down the stairs, we started building a small mushroom farm. It's actually produced, the small farm of this size has actually produced a surprising amount of mushrooms. More than enough to keep us in omelets and stuff. Let's see. Outside is where the big changes have been happening, though. We have a lot more resources. We've had also a few disasters. Found a desert, got some cactus. Let's just say this front entrance has been creepered at least 2 more times since my last recording. And there have been some efforts to secure the area better, with mixed results. Our latest design is this moat, which we're going to eventually, I'm going to put this into a drop trap or something so that we don't get stuck with skeletons out here staring at us and shooting at us. Anyways, that's a job probably again for off camera or on camera. We'll see how it goes. Yes, indeed. Yeah, so right now our biggest shortage right now is gold and redstone, especially thanks to the recent revisions to the Way Better Than Wolves requires resources. But we'll go over that on camera. That'll all be visible in the tutorial. So we also have breeding pairs of animals over there. Although we've discovered that at least a couple of them are not reacting well. Yeah, not reacting well to their their close pass to the nether. So, yeah. Anyways, I'm gonna cut it here because our next time I record is going to be with everybody else on. They should be arriving in a few minutes. And we'll go over what's in these boxes here with everybody. So I will see you on the flip side. Bye for now. Alright, and we're back with everybody home, I think for the first time since we started recording. Is that right, guys? It's the first time in quite a few episodes that everybody's actually been in the same place together.
Yeah, at least on camera.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
So, since everybody's actually here, we're going to go over the technology and actually build up our tech tree so that we can do a few things more efficiently. So, we'll start with box number 1. They go from left to right around this room here, and I'll get you to look at it. So, Better Than Wolves has a mechanical power system. And the core component of that is the gear. So that recipe right there on the far left is the recipe for a gear. 4 sticks surrounding an oak plank. And where did that spider web just come from?
I think Steve placed it.
There is... No, you can't...
No, there's a spider right up there.
Alright, there's a hole. There we are. That was... startling.
Yeah.
Okay. So, if somebody wants to grab that and go craft it, we'll take care of the next... grab the the gear recipe there, go craft it, and we'll move on to the next items. And we'll need those gears for the 2 recipes.
Okay.
Got it.
Okay, good stuff.
You know, I'm not going to remember any of this.
That's fine. It's just to give you an idea of what's there, so you can ask the right questions. So,
okay.
Item number 2 there is a millstone. Millstones are for grinding things up. You can use them to make dyes, flour, and most importantly, the hemp fibers that we need for future levels of the tech tree. Of course, you need a way to power it, so the 3rd recipe there is a hand crank, which is used to manually power mechanical devices. Really only the millstone, the rest of them need actual continuous power to operate. So, we don't need to make the hand crank because we already have one. We've had one running for a bit, but we will need the millstone. So somebody can grab that, and I will just quickly run you guys over and show you the hand-powered millstone that Steve set up the other day. It is up here.
And you're welcome for the many hand cranks I've given that thing to get all of our hemp fiber.
So the catch with the hand-powered hand crank is it takes a lot of energy to operate, but you just right-click on it, and it operates. And you operate it enough times, and the gear will fill up in the interface, and will grind whatever you're using. But we won't have to worry about that for much longer. So, on to box number 2. In box number 2, we have, on the left, the cauldron recipe. And the bucket, you do recover the bucket from it, so that's not a big deal. Cauldron's quite expensive, but that'll let us cook things. And
you want me to go make it?
Please, please. It needs to be put over a continuous flame, which I have already prepared for the purposes of today's instruction. I just need the slab that I accidentally put back in the box here. So bring it over here to the kitchen. Before you place it, though,
okay.
You just need to light the fires underneath it. So, fortunately, due to our trip to the Nether, we have the Nether rack necessary to ignite the.
Okay.
Come on. I've noticed that flint and steel does not seem to be 100% reliable anymore.
That makes sense.
Okay, just don't stand in front of me, Steve. I don't want to light you on fire by accident.
Yeah, bad move.
Really? Good grief. There we are.
Okay.
And I just broke our flint and steel. That's annoying.
I'll go get another one.
All
so
right.
I place the cauldron...
against the back slab there.
Okay, against the back.
Yeah. Perfect. And that's live. We just need to light the last 3 fires. So, the way Better Than Wolves, the cauldron works and a couple of other objects. All you need specifically is the flame directly underneath it. But the other 8 flames around
Look out, please.
improve the efficiency of the cauldron.
Okay.
So the more fire you have lit around it, the more efficiently it will burn.
Cool. So say for example we take these, piles and piles of raw eggs.
Exactly. You could throw them in there and poach them. But we don't want to do that because we can make those mushroom omelets, right?
Yes, I'm just...
Yeah, but that's just an excellent example. You can cook raw meats in there, and some of the higher tier foods are also made in that space. Done?
Cool.
All lit up. Okay,
and secured. So, and it's just dump it in there and you don't have to pay any attention to it, which is really nice. Alright. So, next on the list. So the last 2 recipes here are for the 2 major hemp products that we're going to need. The 3x3 recipe takes 9 hemp fibers, which are produced by the millstone. That produces hemp cloth, which we're going to need that hemp cloth right there to finish up. The second recipe, it's a 2x3 recipe, and it produces rope, which is used for axles.
Okay.
Okay? Alright. So if you want to craft that, Lars. We won't need the rope, I don't think. Yeah, I already made a rope, so we're good on that front. So I'll just recover that. And then throw that in. We'll just hang on to that and we'll use it in a minute. Alright, so on to box number 3. This is the expensive box. So the first thing on the left there is called a redstone latch. Now in Better Than Wolves there are two different power systems, and Flowerchild's gone to great efforts to separate them. Redstone is for control, and mechanical power is for doing. The redstone latch acts as the interface between the two. It's basically a redstone device that can control mechanical systems.
Okay.
Alright? So we need to make that. So it's 3 gold nuggets and 1 redstone. And that goes in the middle of the next recipe, which is the gearbox.
Okay.
So the gearbox is one of the 2 components of the mechanical system, which is the active mechanical system we can use to actually power things like the millstone and the saw without having to use hunger to operate it. And it acts as the junction between power sources. And yeah, it's expensive. So that was the last of our gold. We're going to need more gold ASAP. So we can make that gearbox. The last recipe there is the axle recipe, and that's for connecting gearboxes together. And it's a lot cheaper, but we're going to need 3 of those. We're going to need tons of those. We're going to need tons of both, but that'll get us started. So somebody can go ahead and make that axle. Yeah.
This wolf killed me.
Yes, he did. And now he is pooping in a box for us.
Killed me, and then Steve came and made friends with him.
He should be pooping in a box. He seems to be kind of constipated. I fed him like 10 minutes ago, and
yeah,
nothing's coming out.
They don't go as quickly when they're in the light. They like to be in the dark, like their privacy. Okay, so Lars, you can put that in the last box. You can put that hemp fabric into the missing slot. That recipe there is for the windmill blades, the sails. And you can see 3 of the sails are already made. We made those in advance. So all we need to do is assemble that last windmill sail, and we'll be able to make our windmill.
Cool.
Yeah, and I think Steve should take the honor of making the windmill, since he spent so much time grinding up the bloody materials to make it in the first place.
I'd like to thank Kate for cooking so many eggs to fuel the many grinding.
The many hours of grinding that were spent. Well,
Which
not
reminds
hours,
me, I need to go cut down more pumpkins and feed more chickens, and
yeah.
the never-ending cycle.
This is our first steps towards automation are beginning here. The world will become a better place in the near future. So it takes 4 sails to make a windmill. And
Cool.
so the challenge is, I've got the lever, by the way, Steve. So the challenge with the windmill, do you have the gearbox?
I've got the gearbox and a bunch of axles.
Okay. The difficulty with the windmill is that I have the millstone. So
here, let's just show them the windmill in the chest.
yeah. So that's what the object looks like. Where'd you guys go?
I'm coming.
Yeah. So the windmill has one big catch to it, is that if it's raining, it will overpower and break the gearbox it's connected to.
That looks windmilly.
Yeah. So so basically, when you're not using it, turn it off. And early on, turning it off is going to be a bloody pain, but at a later date. So you heading outside, Steve?
Yeah, it's the sun's about to go down. Maybe not a great time to do this.
All right. Well, yeah. Let's. Wouldn't it be just a killer to see us all get exploded while we're trying to set up the windmill?
Hey, my jungle tree finally grew.
Oh, sweet.
Nice.
Alright, so everybody inside for the night, and we'll talk about what we're missing for the next steps. You're just assembling the mechanical
Getting
system?
the drive system together.
Yeah. So the you guys know how Redstone has a 15 block extension before you have to do a repeat on it. Mechanical systems have the same restriction on them, except it's 3 blocks, and then you need a gearbox to repeat the power, basically to amplify the power back up. The idea, I think, is that if the axle is too long, you risk breaking it, basically.
That makes sense.
Yeah. So, as you guys saw, we're gonna need a lot of gold and redstone to make the gearboxes that we need to start expanding the mechanical system. So that's our big limiting resource right now, is going to be those two. But we're also going to need enough iron to make a saw blade at a later date. And that'll let us process wood more efficiently. Actually, there is one other thing I can show you. So if there's no food cooking...
I put the eggs in there, but
Yeah.
you could take them out.
They're already cooked, so that's fine.
Well, there you go.
So, one other big recipe that important for purpose of a cauldron, and you don't want to do this at the same time as you're cooking food. You take dung, leather, and bark of various types and throw it in the cauldron, and that will tan the leather. At least that's my understanding.
It has to be scoured leather, which means it's got to go through a millstone.
That's right. Yeah, you got to mill it in the millstone first. Right. That's why we need to get the millstone up and running, so that we can scour the leather. But don't leave the dung in the cauldron with food, because the food will spoil, and that will be
As
sad.
it should.
Exactly. You do not want to eat food that has been sitting in with dog poop.
No. That's just a bad plan. Minecraft and in real life. Take note. Bachelors ye.
So you've still got the windmill in your inventory?
I've got it.
Awesome.
So I mean, I'm just feeding chickens.
Yep.
So more again.
Chickens to feed. Yeah. Should have enough mushrooms for some more omelets too.
Yes, I'll have to check on that.
I'm just taking care of that now. Yeah, we got a fair number of them. See, it takes 1 set of eggs and 3 sets of mushrooms.
My chickens all grown up. Time to kill them. Now that they are no longer cute and
Time
adorable.
for the harvest. Now, the one thing I don't know, and I'm about to confirm one way or the other, is whether or not omelets can be cooked in the cauldron or not.
Okay.
Yes, they can.
Cool.
So the omelets can be cooked in the cauldron, which is good. I was worried that might not be the case.
Now, is there anything that doesn't cook in the cauldron that we've been...
Bread will be one of them.
Okay, well that makes sense.
Because, yeah, bread, cakes, and pies will have to be cooked in the oven. I can't think of anything else off the top of my head.
Okay.
But I'm sure we'll discover a couple more that I've forgotten. Or,
Okey-dokey.
more likely, people will let us know in the comments of the video.
Yeah.
Because we get feedback.
Weird.
How weird is that? Yeah. So yeah. Yeah, so gold, yeah, so, and we'll need lapis as well. There's nothing we can make with it yet, but we will need a fair quantity of lapis in the future. But we'll talk about the purpose of that later. Really, just about everything that exists in this game will have a use.
That's a use?
Yeah.
That's the way it should be.
Yeah. I can't think of anything that is totally useless off the top of my head. Lily pads. Lily pads are totally useless.
They look pretty.
They look pretty, and actually they're
Also
useful
useless.
for making aesthetically pleasing bridges across waterways. Still water. So, there you go. Granted, still water is really hard to come by in Better Than Wolves because of the hardcore buckets thing. But,
Because you can't make it.
yeah, exactly.
feathers. We have lots of feathers.
Yeah, we do. I'm gonna bring some of that leather along and we'll scour that right away so we can do a bit of tanning.
Okie doke.
Yes, I'm going to carry some dog poop around with me.
Yeah, it's not
Gotta
a
get
deal.
the saw
Dog
up so we
owners
can
do that all
start
the
making
time.
hoppers, and we can use hoppers to separate gravel into flint, and then we can start making lots of arrows
Yep.
and actually arm ourselves.
Yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm armed.
Yeah. Actually,
Shut
you know
up,
what
this year
we
I
need?
walked halfway around the
Oh
world.
god, you know what we need is a pair of shears.
Cheers would be nice.
Yeah, well actually they're important because we can use shears to cut the leather up.
Oh, and then we need that before we make the saw.
Yeah.
Because we need the shears to make the saw, which means, holy cow, we need a ton of iron.
We need, well, that was a given. Okay. So really, we need the iron, the 2 iron ingots we have. We need to use to make shears first. That sounds sensible to you?
Absolutely.
Okay. I don't think the shears recipe has been changed. No. I'm just going to double check that there isn't an ingot version of it. No, there is not. I didn't think there was, but never hurts to check these things. Yeah, no, there's no ingot version. Same old recipe. So, shears cut red leather into at a 2-to-1 ratio. And I believe the tanning process alters to match the whether it's been cut or not.
Okay.
So you can
I
cut
have a bunch of fences.
a bunch of fences. Well, I'm sure we'll find a use for
I'll
those.
take them.
Okay.
But by the way, Lars, the cows are not healthy.
What do you mean?
We tried to breed them and we got a squid.
What?
Apparently I walked them too close to the portal.
This is why
And
we,
they got all hellish.
this is why we built the portal as far away from the base as we did.
I toasted their
So-
little bovine ovaries.
Yes.
They're
So we
horrible
need-
mutant cows.
And they're
So we
extremely.
need.
We'll need
So
some
we
new
need
cows.
new cows.
Yes.
Gotcha.
And
I am going to, on the next available free day, I'm gonna go head over to one of the villages out there. There's a couple of cows, and I think I saw some iron in a cave, so I'll go out there and put out a outpost and gather and
Yeah.
harvest.
I was just talking with Steve that we should go and we should actually replant the fields at the various villages in the local area
Yes.
with either actually no, probably pumpkins would be more useful, wouldn't they?
No, definitely wheat.
Wheat? Well, yeah, we'll need to make sure there's an oven there as well then. Well, actually, no, wheat isn't useful unless you've got a millstone.
The wheat isn't about making bread out of it, it's about breeding animals.
True. True, but you can't afford to wait for animals to grow up out at the villages. If you're,
Oh,
Well,
that's true.
we need.
Yeah,
Well,
and,
okay.
and if you're that close, you may as well come home.
True. What we really need to do is just stock them up with poached eggs and fried eggs.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Yeah.
The sky is starting to lighten up. So, just waiting for things to start burning out here, and we've got a zombie. Oh, the zombie and creeper are still in the moat out here. That's actually going to be a really, really effective moat.
I love that we have a moat.
Just watching for the.
Yeah, I got kind of tired of having to worry about being able to break a dirt block to get into my house.
Oh, good
So-
God. There are 3 creepers in the moat. 4 creepers in the moat.
Do we need a bow and arrow? We've got some of that.
Nope, we can get across the moat without actually aggroing them.
Oh, good.
We're all good. There is a creeper out in the field that we should be able to take care of soon. I'm gonna go kill him before we do any crafting out here.
Now we're also going to need more coal. I am making torches with our last coal.
Okay.
Um,
Oh, I think the
But
creeper
if I'm-
just fell down a hole. Nope, he can get
Yeah,
out of
he's
there.
right there.
I got him. 2. No, bad creeper. 3.
I hear eggs.
Got him. Okay, I think that's all the danger for the morning. Looks good. There's a spider out there. Okay, guys, come on out and you can check out the windmill. We're taking advantage of the...
Nothing.
You okay?
Don't worry. Yeah, I'm fine.
I'm on my way. I just had to break some eggs.
Something, killing you there, Lars?
No, I'm fine.
Okay.
Just give me a few.
Yep.
So when you're placing a windmill, it needs to have a 13 by 13 vertical square around it. So basically from the center you need 6 clear empty space in every direction. So I kind of took advantage of the... Ah!
Brilliant. You okay?
I survived. I survived. I took advantage of this horribly deep and painful ravine to be able to put our windmill a little closer to the ground.
I got that on camera. Yeah, you guys come on, stand down here so you can see the windmill once it's placed. And, yeah. We're just waiting on Lars, that's all.
Yeah, I'm on my way.
Yeah. It's all good. No rush. Yeah, no, that was a good idea. I was thinking about building just a pillar, but this is way nicer looking.
That, and you kind of want to have a secure place to work while you're milling stuff.
Yeah. Exactly.
Alright, I'm here.
Alright, drop it in there, Steve. You might have to do it from the front. You might be in the way of it.
Yeah, it's telling me that I'm in the way.
Yeah. That's fine. You should be able to reach it from down here. There we go.
Ooh, very pretty.
They are very pretty.
Except for the cactuses, it's a right pretty little house.
Yeah. Alright, so the millstone's going down in here. We have a semi-secure place to put it. So the millstone goes right there, and it's now receiving continuous power. And then throw some leather in there.
Let's get a lever up on that
Yeah. Already on
block
it.
right away.
Yep. Done. So if you're not supervising it, shut the power off. Go ahead and have a look, Kate.
I'm going.
Yeah.
Ooh, it's all turning. Oh, so that's what the lever is? Just push that and it turns it off?
Yeah.
Yep.
Cool.
And this is scoured leather. Right over here, Kate.
Ah,
So that's
it looks
the,
like scoured leather.
Yep. So that's the intermediate product. Let's throw that back to me. We'll take it and start canning. You gonna keep an eye on things here, Steve?
I'm going to shut it off for now.
Okay. Alright, so let's go tan some leather.
Also, it's very loud.
Yeah.
Hey,
You
I
can
got
also,
leather.
You can also make armor out of the tanned leather, which is slightly more effective than the basic leather armor. So, in the cauldron goes not food, leather. I don't know the ratios. Depending on which wood you're using, it takes a different amount of bark for each wood, for different woods, depending on the amount of tannins they have. I think jungle is the worst, and I suspect that the taiga wood is the pine wood is the best. You throw it in there, and you get out some tanned leather. So there's what tanned leather looks like. Comes out a nice dark brown. So okay, so oak has lots of tannins, apparently. And then we take that and we use the shears that I have to cut it up. And I'll show you what the product of that looks like. I'll throw it back in the cauldron for you to look at. So this is what you get when you cut. That's what cut tanned leather looks like. And there's equivalent versions for each quality of leather. There's a cut version of the scoured leather and a cut version of normal leather.
Oh.
All right. And then let me see. I just need to check something here. Now then, what was the next step? Oh, okay. Now then, if you cut it again, this is the really cool part. If you take the leather and you cut it again, snip, snip. So shears are going to be hugely important. I'll just put it down. I'm going to put this down in the tutorial box because I got to show you guys a bunch more recipes. So you get these things called straps. That's what you get if you cut the tanned leather in half again. And you get 2 of those for every bit of leather. So we've actually got quite a bit of leather now.
Cool.
So now one of the critical components of a saw is a belt. And that's the recipe for a belt. Is a circle of 4 straps. I'll go craft it. The other use for those is for advanced tools, which we'll be getting in the near future.
Where did Lars go?
I'm outside.
So, there we are. That's what a strap looks like. Or a belt, sorry, not a belt. So we got straps and... So there's
And a belt.
Yeah. So that's the recipe and the intermediate steps. And those are both cut using shears from tanned leather.
Cool.
Cool, eh? I left the recipes in there for you to look at, Lars, if you want.
Alright, I'll be up in half a
I'm
second.
gonna go milk a demon cow.
Okay. All right. So, yeah, it's all about the ores now. We need to mine.
Okie dokie.
We have half of an iron pick, and more than three quarters of a diamond pick, and we need all the ores.
Hey, could someone make me a gate for the fence?
There should be. There's one here.
Oh, could someone bring me a gate for the fence?
Where are you?
In the pen.
Oh, the animal pen? Okay. Oh, careful, Trent.
I noticed that pretty fast.
Yeah, I did mention that when we were coming out in the morning. They're not despawning because we're all standing very close. Oh, Kate, you're letting them out. You're letting them out.
Well, I turned it off. Okay, just a second. Hey, everybody. Come on. You know you want to.
I just need to find a way out. There we are.
Come on. Come on.
Oh, yeah. Okay, one sheep got away, but that's not the end of the
It's
world.
okay, we can go get him.
I just realized what went wrong.
What?
They path. That allows them to path. This won't. Because it's just narrow enough. Actually, what we need really is a too wide.
Stupid sheep go. Here it is. Here, sheepy, sheepy, sheepy. That guy doesn't like wheat.
Just give me a second. I'm just
There we go.
working on it now. Stupid animals. You know what? We'll figure this out later. They really want to make a break for it, though. It's just one of the annoying things about them.
Come on, sheepy.
But that should help.
He's really fascinated by the windmill.
Oh, that's cool. That's pretty fascinating.
Steve, what have you got in your hand?
Some yellow dye. I decided to make our windmill pretty.
Well, apparently our sheep likes your yellow dye.
Stupid.
Yeah, he's really into you.
If he likes it so much, he can wear it.
Come on, buddy.
Indeed. Okay. Yeah, so there we are, guys. We have technology. Other than the near future challenge of getting our hands on some iron ores and stuff, we're in pretty good shape. Where did I put those shears? I put them. Did you see those recipes, Lars?
Not yet.
Okay. Just making sure before I clean them up.
On sheepies.
also just a little short on wood. Probably gonna have to get you to do some mining there, or some wood gathering there, Steve.
Come on in.
Yeah, the sun's going down. I think come morning I'll go and chop down my big jungle tree. That'll be a lot of wood.
Yeah, it will. You get in there yet, Kate?
I did.
Oh, good. Good job. There you go.
Match.
Alright, I'm gonna go down and check out our tunnel here and see if I can find anything. Oh, just gonna leave behind some of the goodies. There was actually a couple of caves I hadn't managed to explore yet, so let's see what I can find.
Cool. Well, I'm going to stock up for an excursion to make a base over at the other village.
Okay.
So it's not the main village straight across from us. There's actually one a little bit off to the left.
Yes.
I've put a branch. I put a branch in the road leading to it.
Cool. Okay.
So that's where I'm going to go.
Very useful. Oh, excellent. I just found some coal in an area I hadn't finished mining yet. Whoa. Where are you?
Cool.
I heard an arrow. Oh, right. In the cleverly secured cave system. I actually came up here and secured this area.